Welcome to this episode of Riding Shotgun with Charlie. This one's going to look a little different. It's going to feel a little different, and it's going to sound a little different. I was fortunate enough to have a booth at the NRA annual meetings Radio Row, which is something new the NRA is doing at their annual meetings. I was able to do a number of audio-only interviews, and what you're about to hear is one of those. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. If you're listening to the show in podcast form, please leave a positive review. And if you like the show, share it with your friends, because that is how we get the Stagecoach across America. All right, welcome to this episode of Riding Shotgun with Charlie. This is one of our pit stops from the NRA annual meetings in Atlanta 2025. And I am excited to have one of my previous passengers on the show, Boge Quinn. Boge, thank you so much for being on again.
Charlie, good to see you. Good to be here.
I have been, I think it was about 4 years ago when I went down to Nashville and went to Clarksville. I remember going to the Dairy Queen when I was there. And I got to tell you, I feel like a horrible person because I've been going to Nashville for the last couple of years because my daughter's been in college. And every time I go, it's one of these things where I drop her off, and then I have to
Wasn't she going to Belmont?
She's going to Belmont.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She's graduating next weekend.
Oh, cool.
So my NRA trip here is a little crazy. I drove down here.
Yeah.
Then I'm driving to Memphis to do some shows in Memphis. Then I'm doing some shows in North Mississippi so I can cross Mississippi off the list.
That'd be good.
And then I'm driving to Nashville on Wednesday night. And then Thursday is to hang out with her. Thursday night, my son's flying in. And then graduation on Saturday and drive home on Sunday.
That'd be great.
Oh, my gosh.
Does she have a plan after graduation?
Let's talk about you.
Okay. Okay. I don't have a plan after graduation.
After graduation. Yeah, I'm not sure what her plan is.
Well, it'll be good.
You know, it's nice to be young. I like to think back when I was 23. Oh God, when I was 23, I had a job, teaching job, and I was teaching at a Catholic school 2 days a week. I was working in a music store the other days. And the end of the school year came, and it was horrible. I don't want to say it was horrible. It was rough.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It was rough. And so the principal called me in, and she said, I can't believe this, Charlie. You've passed all of the evaluations. She's like, if you want this job next year, it's yours. And I'm like, hell no, I do not want this job. And it was, again, I was 23. I had no... I was living at my mom's house. I was 23. I had no kids, no wife, no commitment, no mortgage, no nothing. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I know this ain't it. I quit. I'm out. And then, then things happen. Things change. And it was nice to not have to have commitments.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. When I was 23, I was working construction.
Oh, my gosh. Talk about manual labor. Jeez.
Yeah.
I think manual labor is my only allergy.
Yeah, I'm not too nuts about it anymore either.
No kidding.
You get to be too old to do that pretty young.
I like that. You get too old to do that pretty young.
You do.
Oh, my goodness. What kind of stuff? Construction? Just building houses?
No, my brother Jeff and I used to go around to like different Air Force bases and stuff like that and change out windows.
Really?
Well, like in barracks and stuff like that.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So we'd work, 6 months here, a year there, different Air Force bases and Army bases and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
It was always fun working with Jeff.
I love seeing siblings that have good relationships.
Yeah, Jeff was, he was my brother and he was my business partner, but he was really my best friend too. And I miss him really bad. He's been almost 5 years.
Almost 5
since
years.
he passed. Wow. But of course, doing what I do, I got to think about him every day.
Yeah.
But I try to keep his memory alive and keep things going the way he would have wanted. And he would have wanted to have fun, so that's what I do.
So not only do you do gun stuff, you're quite the musician too.
Yeah, I play music a lot. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I like to say I've made tens of dollars over my career playing music.
I always thought it was bad. I had some of the school jobs I've had where they they want you to
have the kids bring the band over and play some Christmas songs at Christmas time to the old folks, and then they pay you in food, and I'm like, this is not a good precedence to start. Like, you do not want to teach
That's
kids.
true. This is kid. This is your life.
This is it, right? You're gonna stand up there and play for 45 minutes, and you get a cold pizza.
You get a barbecue sandwich or something.
Oh my God, we used to make jokes about the one bone chicken. Right. Right. You're at like the Ritz Carlton, and these really swanky restaurant hotels where you're doing someone's wedding, and they're paying tens of thousands of dollars for their wedding, and you get a chicken with one bone in it. You're like, I don't even know this. I don't even know if it's chicken.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I love seeing all the pictures of you doing all the gigs and all the playing that you do. You play the guitar and the mandolin?
I play guitar and mandolin, a little bit of banjo.
Nice.
Most of my playing out is on mandolin because there's not a lot of mandolin players running around.
Really?
Everybody plays guitar,
right?
So I don't play guitar out very much, but most of my gigging is on the mandolin. But I play a lot of guitar too.
The mandolin's tuned the same as a violin, right?
It is.
That's pretty wild. Yeah. That's kind of cool.
And it makes a lot more sense in a guitar because a mandolin being tuned in fifths makes sense. A guitar is tuned in fourths, except for that one string.
Except that one, it's the third.
I don't know who ever thought of that.
No idea. Some idiot. One of the things that I wish I'd like to find out who did this and meet this guy in an alley someplace. The band instruments are all they're not tuned differently, but they're transposing instruments. And I'm
That's right.
How come they just didn't say the G on the saxophone is a B flat?
Yeah. I grew up playing trombone.
Nice.
Which you play
Same
too.
Here. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, so that's where I had my, all through from fifth grade through high school,
Yeah.
I did that. And I almost went to college. I had a couple of scholarships.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I was done with school after high school,
Right.
I'd had enough of it. But nowadays, you don't have music education in schools like you used to.
Oh, gosh,
And
no.
it's a crying shame, man, because, there's so much enrichment to that for a kid. And so many kids are missing out on that nowadays.
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking with one of my friends who's teaches in a public school in Connecticut, and she was saying that since Trump's been in office, her town, the parents in her town have all decided to doge the school. So they're like, we're going to cut out anything that's not necessary. Art, music.
Yeah, and those are the things that they really are necessary.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
To live in. But people don't understand that anymore, and it's really a darn shame.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm in touch with my old band director on the Facebook now and everything. It's
nice.
It's so cool. He was a neat dude, and he taught me to feel music, and and you can't overstate the importance of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd had a band director when I was younger that sort of taught you to reproduce music, but this guy taught you how to feel the music, and that was really, really something. It's the stuff that he taught me 40 years ago is still carrying on with me today, even though I'm not playing that type of music anymore.
Right.
It still resonates with what I do to this day musically.
That's great.
And people need to appreciate music education in schools like they used to.
Yeah.
It's a shame they don't. They probably won't. The world's just changing too much.
It is, and it's music's gotten to the point where it's if you can't do something quick, if you don't do it well fast enough, I've had kids that are like, oh, this is hard to do. Yeah, it's hard to do.
Is, yeah.
But it's I thought playing music was going to be fun. I thought playing music was going to be fun. It is.
It is. Absolutely.
When you can play it well, but you got to learn how to play it. You got to learn where to put your fingers, how to get a sound, you got to learn how to read.
I always tell people that want to talk to me about learning guitar or mandolin or something like that. It's easy to do a little bit, but you'll never master it. And that's that ongoing challenge. No matter how good you are, you still got a challenge. There's always something you can't do. There's always somewhere you can go.
Always somebody who plays better than you.
Oh yeah.
I remember. This will be our last music story, and then we'll talk.
Okay.
We'll talk gun stuff, right?
Yeah, we are at our show after all.
So I remember the day I brought my trombone home. we had this big mirror in our living room, huge mirrors, like, almost the size of the wall. And the teacher says, go to the music store, rent an instrument, don't take it out, don't try to play it. So we go to the music store, we rent a trombone, and they say, look, don't take this out until you see your teacher, until you start lessons, don't play with it. So I go home, I take it out, right?
Of course.
And I take it out. I stood in front of the trombone, I stood in front of the mirror playing the trombone. I'm sure it was absolutely horrible because my mother hid on the other side of the house. I'm sure it was disgusting and horrible, but I stood there and I was like, this looks so cool. This is the coolest thing I want to do.
Yeah.
And whatever I did as a fourth grader playing the trombone, that hooked me, I was never been able to do this again. After playing for decades and decades.
Jeff played saxophone.
Really?
Yes, he did.
Oh, that's cool.
In band in school. And I remember when he was starting out and he's trying to learn like Boots Randolph stuff and things like that. He was pretty darn good on it.
Yeah.
Our oldest brother played the French horn, but
Oh my gosh, French horn's way difficult.
Yes, it's kind of a weird instrument, but
yeah.
And I probably would have played the saxophone if Jeff hadn't already done it. But
right.
I remember when I was a kid trying to figure out what I wanted to play in the band. I saw a guy, I don't even know his name, on Lawrence Welk playing the trombone, and that dude was awesome.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do.
That's it.
Yep.
Oh, that's so cool. All right, let's talk gun stuff here. We are at the NRA show, like you said.
We are, yeah.
You've had some problems with YouTube, haven't you?
Yeah, YouTube hates us. They hate gun channels, and so we've been transitioning over to Rumble for about a year and a half, 2 years now, and YouTube is they misreport our views. We got 231,000 subscribers, and they'll tell me that 4,000 people watch the video. It just doesn't pass the smell test, and they take down usually 2 or 3, 4 videos a day.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So they hate us. That's life. You go on.
Yeah.
When we started out doing videos, YouTube was just in its infancy, and we was just we'd do like a 30-second video. Jeff saying pop 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 pop. Read our article on gunblast.com.
Right.
Kind of try to drive people to the gun blast, and then as people more and more paid attention to videos as opposed to actually reading an article, that got to be, back in those days, bandwidth cost was eating us alive.
Oh, sure.
And so YouTube was like a way for us to be able to not have to pay for bandwidth.
Mm-hmm.
So it served its purpose in that regard. They never did pay us much, and they hadn't paid us a dime in years.
Really?
But hey, you can't expect a bunch of liberals to, you can't expect more from them than what they are.
Yeah,
They hate us. They hate our way of life. It's just the way it is.
It's ridiculous. So I've got I haven't had any issues with the Riding Shotgun channel, but the Gungram channel where I play the trumpet and shoot the gun at the same time.
Yeah.
In January and February, I got notifications that they were taking like 3 videos down.
Yeah.
And because
I get them every day.
This is the thing that gets me. I have 300 videos. They've been viewed over 6 million times, and other places and whatever. But I'm like, if one of them doesn't meet the community standards, none of them do, because it's the same thing. So how is it that this one is not okay, but this one's okay, and this one's not okay, and this one's okay? Like, this doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it don't make a bit of sense. But they'll still take the ad revenue off of them,
That's the most aggravating part. It really is.
Well,
Really is.
what are you going to do? You might as well just,
I was, what I did in the fall? I had, gosh, when was it? I think it was maybe August last year.
Yeah.
I had, I started noticing there was an increase it increased in the comments.
Yeah.
So I looked into it, and I got on the YouTube, the YouTube Manager app, whatever it is, some app, YouTube Tracker or something. I forget what it is, or YouTube Studio.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
I'd get on the YouTube Studio app, and then I'd see how many people are viewing it and all that kind of stuff. So, and they can tell you where the videos are coming from. I had a lot of videos coming from, oh God, what's the thing that you from Discord? I always say where the kids live in their parents' basements and watch videos and play video games. I had a lot of people sharing videos on Discord. So I decided that I would try to play the shorts game a little bit. So I would lay in bed at night and try to come up with a short video of one of the gun grams.
Yeah.
And this felt really good because I was making a whopping $150 a month, right? And then I don't know, Christmas came in December. I wanted to try to put Christmas gun grams up, and then I just kind of stopped, and it's kind of dwindled. But it's a grind. Like, you got to be on top of it. You got to be putting stuff out all the time.
Oh yeah. I try to get a video a week out, and sometimes I don't make it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot to doing that. But if you're going to thoroughly test something,
for sure.
You can't just say, "Hey, this is a gun," and show another dude doing an unboxing video. I hate them things.
I don't get it.
I hate them things, but some people enjoy them, and that's fine. Have you tried Rumble?
So let's see. So I have stuff on Rumble and Gunstreamer.
Okay.
And what I like about Gunstreamer is I
haven't tried that one.
I don't. Someone told me about it a bunch of years ago. What I like about it is I can put a YouTube link and the video just pops up and it populates and fills it in, and it's got the show notes, the video's there, easy peasy.
I might ought to try that.
Yeah.
Sounds like not a lot of effort. I like that.
I know, right? So then then I would go to post something and it would be out of commission for like a month.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go back and check it. And then it's up. And then I try to catch up with things. Rumble, I put some videos on Rumble and then I kind of forgot about it. And then, again, back in December, I noticed that people were watching some videos on Rumble. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to put more up.
Yeah.
But like YouTube, it takes forever to upload stuff.
Yeah.
You know? So it's, to me, it's like laundry. It's something you should do when you're doing something else.
That's exactly right.
Upload the video, go to the shopping, come back, the video's up and ready to go. So have you had, how is it on Rumble for you?
We're doing pretty good. The number of views is a fraction of what YouTube is because YouTube is just a juggernaut.
Oh yeah,
but I think juggernauts can go down too.
Sure,
and I really think there's a wave of the future going on with this sort of stuff with video channels that are not censoring people. I think there's a future to that.
Yeah, let's hope so. I mean, again, I haven't had any riding shotgun stuff taken down, and
That's
I'm like,
good.
well, we're just talking about gun stuff.
Yeah, but who could possibly be offended by that?
Well, this is so. A couple of years ago, I had a black man on the show, and he used the N-word.
But it's okay for a black guy to do that, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So the funny thing for me is I asked my friends who don't push the limit on things, and they're like, dude, you can't put that on there. You're going to get banned. Blah,
That's
blah, blah.
true. You got to be careful.
I asked my friends that like to push the limit. They're like, dude, you didn't say it. Who cares? Right.
Yeah.
And so I like to say that I go with Masada Youb's rules. So I had Mass on the show a bunch of years ago, and he says, what's the deal with swearing?
Yeah. And
I said, well, if you swear, you swear. If it's bad, we cut it out. He's like, we'll go with court rules. I'm like, okay. What are court rules? And he says, if it's a direct quote, then it's fine. So I left it in, and he gives me an example where somebody uses, boom, here's a court example. So I left it in, and there were no issues, no bans. The podcasting software didn't say that it had a bad word in it. YouTube didn't say it. So I'm like, YouTube doesn't even watch my shows.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Right? Like somebody's using the N-word and no issues, no censors, no problems.
Yeah.
YouTube doesn't even watch my stuff.
Oh, no, they don't care. They're watching Minecraft or something.
Oh, my gosh.
But I've always really looked up and admired Masayub.
Yeah, he's
when
the
I was
man.
a kid, I was watching him reading his stuff when I was a kid.
Yeah.
He's a lot of wisdom there.
A lot. I actually, last year, I told myself I was going to I was going to make a class and base it off of In the Gravest Extreme.
Yeah.
So I didn't get it done. Right. Shocking. Then I said I saw Mass at the Gun Rights Policy Conference in San Diego last year. And I said, Mass, I thought about doing, I don't want to, I'm obviously not taking anything from a MAG 20 class or a MAG 40 class, but I'd like to turn people on to Mass because he's the guru.
Yeah.
So I said, I would like to, I thought about doing a class based on In the Gravest Extreme. And I said, I want your blessing. So I think he made some gesture and said, do whatever you want to do. I don't care.
Yeah.
But then he did say, don't use In the Gravest Extreme because that's not being published. Use the Deadly Force book, 2nd edition. So
okay.
I went out and had to buy a copy of those. And then, of course, it's sitting on my pile of books I want to read.
Yep.
That's where it lives. So that would be pretty cool to get a class with that. And
thank you, buddy.
so I think what I really want is I just want to get some sort of an endorsement, some like that I can put out and say, "Oh, Mashada Yub says you should take a class with Charlie Cook."
Yeah,
right.
That would be great.
That's all I want.
You do a good imitation of it.
It's the low voice and the old man whistle.
Yeah,
is
right.
kind of what
That's
it is, right? So yeah, so I find myself driving around trying to impersonate Mashada Yub, and then I discovered his voice isn't as low as I think it is.
Yeah.
It's deep, but it's not as deep as I think. So anyway, it's all ridiculousness.
Oh, it's a good life.
It is a good life.
There's a lot of fine people in this industry of ours.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the cool things about being an NRA, because not only do I get to visit my friends in the industry, but like people like this dude who just walked up,
Yeah.
just want to shake your
I
hands.
was a big fan of the show.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It
really is.
I've told this story a bunch of times in a bunch of different places. What I love is traveling around the country. I always tell people, who do I know in this area?
Yep.
And more times than not, it turns into, where are you staying? Oh, I'm got to find a hotel. Dude, come stay with us.
Yeah,
come stay with us. We'll give you a place to eat, some clean towels, and feed you a hot meal.
That's right.
And I'm like, I will gladly take that.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of good people.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, listen, we need to wrap things up.
Okay, I've enjoyed it.
Thank you so much for being on again. This is
It's always good to see you, Charlie.
It's always good to see you. It's always good to catch up. Man.
I wish you much continued success.
Well, thanks, man. I'm just trying to keep up with you. That's all I'm trying to do.
Well, I'm not too hard to keep up with. I'm old and fat and slow.
So this is completely ridiculous. I've gotten to the point where I'm like, you know what? My body shape is that if I pull my pants up, it looks really bad, but then my pants fall down and then I get the Dunlap going on.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, you know what? I got to pull a Boge Quinn and just start wearing bib overalls.
Hey, nothing fits a fat guy better than overalls.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to wrap it up.
Thanks, Charlie.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. And thanks for listening to the Riding Shotgun with Charlie Pit Stops. And we will talk to you soon. Thank you.